Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished. We're in the Colonial Charter mod, version 1.6, the Forge Awakens, and we're playing in our little snowy town of Ramblington. And let's see, when we left off last time, we had bought pigs. Where are the pigs? We did buy pigs, right? Ah, we didn't buy them at the farm supplier. We bought it in our general trader. Okay. That scared me. I know it'd been a while since we bought them, trying to get this pasture built. I was hoping they hadn't died yet. Alrighty, well, a couple of maintenance things first. We put in a couple of dry goods storage, and we put in a regular storage. I think it's this one. Yeah. I want to put a second one here so we can piggyback on the two of them if we want to upgrade one. We have a place to dump the other while they upgrade. So let's do that real quick. That is this guy right here. And that looks pretty good right there. And let's go ahead and throw some roads in. I guess I can get this game turned on. Roads. Wanted to go ahead and get at least the first half of each of these in as well. And we've done that here and here. We're going to want one more pasture this size right over here. Kind of just finish the pattern. That is... how big are those? Something like a 10 by 13. Merchant has arrived. It's kind of a strange size. What is this one? 10 by 17. Alright, why did I do a 13? I don't know. Well, we'll just do something like that again. In this case, the shed right there can stay in that orientation. That's fine. So a 10 by something. 10 by 15. We'll do something like that. Okay. And this one's no priority at all. When it happens, it happens. So we need to get the pigs moved over. Let's see. Trader, let's go deal with that. That's probably this guy. Nope. This guy over here. Hit pause for a second. Alright, so he's bringing in butter, salt pork, potted meat, wild seeds, we get that already, smoked fish. He's bringing in foods that are quite expensive. In other words, they're not ones, they're twos and fours. I think we will pass on all of that. Eventually we'll be making a lot of that on our own. Okay, so dismiss him. So still got the pigs to do. We are in winter, trying to get these guys picked up so we can get back to working on this. Whole bunch of ducks in here. These are probably not our ducks. Those are probably wild ducks. Meaning this is the forest, and we'll see deer in here. We'll probably also see duck in here. Alright, so we left with the need to get housing near the quarry. We've definitely got a problem with housing. They are walking a long distance. And we don't want to put houses right up against it. Another trader. We could do something over here. Eventually, let's see, we're probably going to bridge across and have houses in here. That's still quite a distance too. Maybe this needs to be another small little farming community. Kind of the another small trading, let's see here. There, like this guy here. That circle. How big is the circle compared to the other one? So right in that area we hit all of the woods. And if we were to do the rural market again, that is a fairly bigger space. Let's do that. Spur of the moment. Now, how do we road into that? Right up here? I didn't leave space in here for a double road, unfortunately. I didn't leave it here either. Something right through here? Probably not going to end up using much in the way of this area. I don't know. Anyway, we'll just let that sit, let that build. Let's get up to this other trader. Let's deal with that. So, trade. Oh, I thought I was looking at my inventory page. He brought a lot of stuff. More seeds. We actually do have something to trade with here. Do we want to deal with any more seeds? Don't know. Labor's kind of perking back up again. If we do, I want it to be a food seed. Though corn is interesting. I believe corn will grind into a flour. Well, you have corn flour, you have corn meal, you have corn oil. I'm not sure if the game uses corn as an oil. Barley definitely grinds up into a flour. Soybeans, pear, carrots. Carrots would be a definite food crop. I'd like to play with wheat and mill and baking and that sort of thing. We have such a to-do list already. Let's stick with something that we know is just going to be food and it's just one level to it and it's usable. We'll eventually get, maybe when we get up into, let's see, that's not working. There we go. Pin that. When we get a new farming area up in here north of the city, maybe that's when we'll get into baking and all the rest of that. But for now, let's just go with the carrot seeds. And what do we want to get rid of? Let's get rid of more hide coats. We'll do 25. Where does that land? 375. Okay. I'll get rid of those. We're going to put in wool coats. Okay. But we got to be careful about. We got to check the quantity that they've made so far and make sure that they're making as fast as we're getting rid of the backups. So otherwise, we're not going to touch tools. Venison is a strange number. We must really be low of venison. Herbs, we've got some to play with. I don't want to touch the firewood right now, so I'm trying to find other ways to do this. Let's go with 200 herbs. That gets us to 1175. Lumber, I want pulled out. That's supposed to be 0. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Pottery we can play with a little bit. So 10 is another 250. Yeah, let's do that. So 10 of those. We have not reloaded the mulberry leaves. We do have cabbage and broccoli to get rid of. Let's do that. So 300 and 500. Alright, we're getting there. Beans and tulips have not been moved in yet. I think it's time to go ahead and up this one. This trader takes so much longer to do the same thing that the other one does. I've always run Banished with one person in the trader, vanilla Banished, and it's worked great. Unless there's something unexpected, a huge order coming in, we need to move some more firewood there quickly. They've always handled it just fine. 2 people aren't doing, a third of the work that this one's doing. So we'll put in 3 people in here and see if we can start to match up a little bit quicker. So we need another 275. We got that right? What can we do that in? Well, we can do some firewood. So 100 is 400. So 75 is 300. I got that right. So 50 is 200. So 55 puts us where? So another 55. 14? I got that right? Who knows? I'm tired. Been a long day. Let's put in 60. 60 does what? Okay. 65 does what? Almost there. So 3 more. 68. 69. Alright. That'll do it. We've got our carrots in. So trade and dismiss him. And we still need our pigs. What is the... Oh, the shore house. We stopped this shore house. Why? Because we didn't have labor. That's what it was. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah. Get the reeds in. We'll be using them someday. Logs are low. Yeah, we're building pastures. And they take a bunch of logs each. So this guy's going to provide more logs. There's still more logs coming out of here. A lot of logs still to be picked up. And these fields here are all going to pull logs out too. No problem. The logs are in. The builders are building. At least they were. Wool coats. How are we done on wool coats? That is here. Alright. Half a year there. 56 seems to be our annual run on this thing. Same thing there, 56. Okay, so we're making 56 a year. So it might be nice to put another tailor in. In fact, while I've got room here before we put the houses in, let's go ahead and do that. Tailor here. Weaving. This guy. Let's put him in right beside the other one. And we'll have them face each other. Something like that. Yeah. This other road, you know, I better do that while I'm thinking of it before we put a well or something in the way. I've done that before. All the way to the bridge. That's going to be a double road. Where's that other well? That's sitting right there. Should this road... Let's see, we need to get out to this guy when that happens. We just got to figure out what's the best pathway to connect. Maybe a nice diagonal path through here into him. From there, like that. Something like that. Okay. I got to thinking about something. Tell me what you think about this in the comments. We put this... Oh, here, yeah, the town arrival in just on a whim, thinking it was a boat, it needed to be near shore somewhere. I was going to, you know, build a nice little area for it here. I kind of like this bend right here, like a city park. I'm thinking about tearing that down and rebuilding it right here in the middle. A couple of trees, plaza around it, a wall, opening, that sort of thing. It's street lamps. What do you think of that? Should that stay right where it is, though it's kind of lost in there? It could still be a nice park setting right in there, I guess. That could work. While I'm talking, has our pasture been finished? It has. Let's get the piggies in here. Any reason to change anything here before we do? I don't think so. Okay, so pigs, you're going in there. And one more herdsman out of one. And pigs are on their way. Alright, so we are probably working on this guy next. Oh, we're working on roads next, that's right. Because our builders love roads. So, we've actually got an orchard going here. Meaning, do we need to get an extra worker in here now? We're starting to get a yield. This one is not. We have one laborer available. So, what are we doing on supplies? We're doing pretty decent on our building supplies. Got this orchard, or pasture about to go in. Need to think about more houses because we want to keep building up our labor. We want houses in here eventually. And we want houses over here eventually. Near this guy. Let's think about this. Let's do some clearing in here. Let's get some areas thinned. and see what's going on in there. Probably a project for the farmers to do this winter. Another merchant. Bringing us bedding and reeds. Arrowheads. Huh. That's something to do with the Native American theme and probably some trading. That's right, there was a... Let me see here. Market? No. Trading. This one, right? Native Trader. So, I don't know of a use for arrowheads. It's probably just something that you trade back and forth. Dry goods trader. So, statues, military supplies, crates. Nothing here that we need. So I'm going to go ahead and dismiss them, but interesting items he's got there. Okay, this is waiting for cloth. This is waiting for 4 silkworm eggs. This is waiting for a plantation, which is something that we want to get going quickly. Maybe even before we haul all these logs over. Well, it's got to get done soon. That's for sure. We could have a, what do you call them? A disease at any point. But let's get at least 2 plantations going in a hurry. Plantations don't require... Oh, that's right. They don't require any building materials. Let's get this cleared out as a high priority and get all of this building material into our stockpiles. So we're going to increase the priority from here to here. And one more just to say, yep, I'm not joking. So everyone's going to shut down their other jobs, including dropping off more logs here. Let's keep that going to remember that it's there. But these guys here, I'm going to pull all these trees out, 35, 35, 36, and 36. That's interesting. Each one's about the same. So each 7 by 20 forest, old growth forest area has about 35 obstacles in it. Interesting. Alright, the sun's coming out. For some reason it bloomed faster from this end. That is kind of strange. It's just a almost exact pattern going in here. Does the game start at a certain point and work in a certain direction? Okay, we are taking down trees. Stockpile is going to be full. We could put one right there. Another trader. So stockpile, just a general stockpile. Something like that. I'll make it too wide. Just a small one. Right there. And we'll leave a couple spaces and do that again. Okay. And we'll prioritize those over and above the other ones. Just so they have a place to dump this stuff off. And then when they fill that, they'll top this one off. Alright, trader. More seeds. Yeah, we're going to pass this time. Alright, well, while they're building, look in this area again. To me, there's far more footprints that I'm comfortable with out here. A lot of houses. You know, last episode, out of nowhere, it suddenly said one person is without a house. I think the log cabins are only set up for families of 4. Log cabin, single family. No, it doesn't give a number. The only one that gives a number is the tiny house, which upgrades to 4, and the town abode, which is a family of 4. If they have another, does that stop them from having another kid? Or if they do, does the oldest kid have to move out and suddenly becomes homeless? It's never happened before, so I haven't been able to determine any kind of a pattern to know what's, what else has changed in this this version of Banished. This beta. Why is there a diagonal road in there? We put that in. What were we thinking? Oh, you look at that. The storage cart is still there. This area was all wide open. The very first episode. Wow. There's our first plantation. I'm going to pause for a second here. Who knows how many supplies we have been looking for, not realizing that this storage cart was still here. Oh, I hate to tear it out. Just kind of I'm going to leave it. Kind of an artifact of our arrival. There's our town arrival. That's what the symbol should have been, not a little rowboat and a signpost. That's what the town arrival should have been. Right there with a table and chair where they sat down and started taking the census and writing down all their numbers. That's your town arrival. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. Let's clear the trees around it. Just as a reminder of what's going on here. Maybe we'll put a fence around that thing. Okay, turn this back on. Was I missing something? There was another trader, was there? Just got this sense that something popped up, and I guess not. Oh, that's right, the plantation. Plantation popped up. Okay. Let's... I clicked. Oh, we're over here. Okay. Now we're going to get into a serious labor shortage. I want to turn on... Let's see, we're going to do pickup, and we're going to do, well, let's see here. I think I just answered my question from last two episodes, really. The green square, I know, represents a product or a plant that is dry good only. It's not edible. The tulip does not have a green square around it. The tulip is kind of a mystery right now. It doesn't talk about it on the wiki. When you go to here to learn about it in their symbols, you get down to T and there are no tulips. There's turnips. That's it. So it's almost like when they released 1.6, tulip is something that was talked about, it was drawn, it was coded in, but it wasn't finished. Or they said, let's just leave it in there anyway, it's cool. So there's nothing in the instructions, there's nothing on the wiki, it's just this mystery out there. It is edible. It is counted as a food. I know you can eat dandelions. In real life, can you eat tulips? I thought... Well, the lilies are poisonous. Are tulips poisonous, or are they not? Maybe they're not. Maybe they are edible. I'm trying to remember. Seems like tulip petals were like rose petals. But I'm not sure. So maybe that's what explains why they are eating the tulips. And if I grow it here... Okay, there's our next experiment. If I grow it here, will they no longer eat them? Will it sit in our storage sheds and not move anymore? Okay, we'll find that out. I want to move someone into here, but instead I'm going to wait and turn off the other crop. Alright, so that is work, and we're not going to hire on a new farmer, although I see one moved in from somewhere else. Okay, that's a shame. Well, actually, we're moving into autumn anyway. So we're going to set this one to labor pickup so he can just buzz his way through. This one is going to go to cotton and one worker, but not that worker. Okay, I guess we're going to have to hire one. Let's bring on one more worker and one more worker. Okay, that's a shame. But, well, I could go over here and tell him to stop. But that'll be fine. they'll continue to act as laborers because they've got nothing to plant. These guys are going to leave alone. In fact, you know, let's wait on these. I changed my mind because I can do that. This, turn off work, turn off work. Okay. We're going to do these two because they're closer. We may not have another plantation crop for a while, so let's take it the closest into the housing. So let's get these finished before this frost kills everything. Let's see if they react to frost the same way that the other crops do. We're at 5-speed, right? Yeah. Huh. Well, the original farmer was far more reliable. So laborers are coming in, more people are dying. Yep. Frost is going to take this out. Okay. I'm going to turn off the work. And eventually turn on the work here. Here we go. So this one is going to be the new tulips. And we have someone to work there. This one is going to be the cotton. And for that matter, maybe... Huh. Let's do 2 cotton and 1 tulips. We'll do that. Boy, we're really confusing these people. This is going to be cotton. And that one's going to be cotton when it happens. So we need to bring on one more person? I believe so. This one is going to stay off. Okay. 2 cotton and a tulip. Which we didn't turn on. Work. There you are. Of 1 of 1, 1 of 1, 0 of 1, that is off. Okay. So as soon as they pick up these last few things, which they need to wait on, let's go ahead and get early, or get, I see it's early winter, let's get these guys picked up. So let's prioritize this group in here. Alright, so back to where I was. Are we running? We're running. Over here. So, we'll use the gathering hut as our circle. What in here is not necessary? We have logs coming in, converted to firewood. We have a generic storage, or stockpile, and another firewood stockpile over here. Can I pin that to make that circle stay? If I grab this one, it will not stay. Oh, it does. Okay, it does stay. 2 trading posts at once. Boy, they are really making it hard to do, to talk and plan something here. If we got this stuff over here, that will leave a little more footprint available for just the trees. At the very least, we can get this guy over here, which we kind of have already. We could put one more in right here. So just a regular stockpile, very generic, can be anything that's in their pockets at that time. Let's pin that. Okay. So what do we have in the way of roads down here? Well, we'll just make one. So let's put a 6x6 down here. And let's make this one go away. This one, I suppose that can stay. That's a good sized chunk that we're recovering there. This one is a small barn. He is 93% full. This one is 40% full. So apparently we're using it. We're using it for fish, aren't we? Where's fish? No fish. Oh, that's over here. This one has probably got fish in it. Yeah. So if we got rid of this one, we do have one here and one here. And then we've got others. Clear down there, though. Right there. Let's do that. Do we want to use anything that's more specialized? Probably not. Grain silo. That's right, but we're not going to grow grains yet. We'll do that in that far north farming community. So yeah, just a storage barn here. Something like that, and if we think of it in time, we'll go ahead and upgrade it when it pops. This guy over here was just kind of a generic stockpile to be near town without getting it in town, where it's a little more ugly. Alright, so that's going to come out. That means this one needs to go away. We have a well over here too. Okay, let's take that one away. And that'll kind of force all this product into town when they go to dump it out. So we're going to delete that one. I know it's a little micromanaging, but that's fine. It's just something to do. So everything else is out of the circles. This guy could move eventually out to here and it would accomplish the same goal. But alright, let's go see what's at our traders. Canola seed and tobacco seed. Well, there's another plantation for us. And that will be a grain, I believe. I don't think it's edible. Too bad that green square isn't around them at the trader. What's over here? Deer. Huh. Of course, we just made this one as our backup. The pigs make it in? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, piggy. There you are. Do we want deer? We could, I guess, put a 5th one down here and not use it. Promise ourselves not to use it. And that will be our blight, or our disease pen. Is there a butcher for deer? There was, right? Yeah. We have the pig, sheep, and cow already. I've never raised deer before. Let's do that. Let's see if we can get a hold of 4 of them. Let's see what that's going to cost us. We could easily do it in firewood alone. Our firewood's bounced right back. Okay. Food is dropping. Finally. I mean, we've been spending a lot of food. I'm surprised it lasted that long. Now we need to start determining how much is dropping because of trading and how much is dropping because we're actually eating it. So let's play more with the firewood this time. Hide coats, we have only 6 of them. Coats were fine over here, so we must have replaced a lot of our wool. Why is the gather? Oh, that's why the gatherer's hut. Okay, and I didn't pin that. But I want to take a peek right there at... How are we doing here? Yeah, we could use a couple more houses. Inventory. Coats. Warm coats, wool coats. 74 wool coats. Nice. Hide coats, which we're not making anymore. So 0. So everything is in the traders that we're going to be able to sell. So let's get rid of the other 6 of these, and we'll be done with them for now. Overpaying by 90. Oh, really? All right, 4. There we go. All right. Anything else we want to get rid of besides food and firewood before we dive into the firewood? Mulberry leaves. Okay, you stay. Mulberry leaves, 2,200. These silkworms can't eat that many mulberry leaves. So let's put 1,500 in there. That's 150. Try that again. There we go. Bricks. Question, do we want to stone these roads eventually, or do we want to brick these roads eventually? Bricks, about 500. Do we spend them or do we save them? Beans, tulips. We finally got tulips in here, and they're only worth 1. So much for the idea of what I read online on Google. I Googled tulips, Colonial Charter, and they said they were put in there for trading. Apparently that's not the case. So, although these may be tulips designated as food, maybe they'll change when they come out of the plantation. Well, we'll just remember for now that tulips are worth 1. Let's put 100 in here. Get rid of those. Tulips over here, we only have 800. So we are definitely gorging out on tulip casserole. So, pottery, we have 4 of them. Pottery, I just saw you. There's only 4. So, no more buying with pottery. We're not making it fast enough yet. We're still using those for home supplies or something like that. Homewares, 45 of them. Homewares we could be selling. They're worth quite a bit. Herbs, we took a chunk out. We have 59 left. Venison, there's 1,000 venison in here. And venison, why is that not rolling anymore? Oh, going the wrong way. Almost out there. And it's only worth 1 here. Okay. So, lumber, we've got some, not much. We need 810. Let's go ahead and finish it with firewood. We'll do that. So, 800. So, 200 will give me 800. So, 202 will give me 208. Oh, that's right. I put in the 100 of the other one. So, 700. Oh, now I got to think harder, huh? Let's go back to 200. And we'll take the tulips down to 10. Okay, that I can wrap my brain around a lot better than dividing by 4s. Alright, we've got 4 deer. Trade and dismiss. And we've actually got a pasture ready for them ahead of time. So, we are going to... He's already here somewhere. There he is. Would we want deer in there instead? Probably not. We'll save that for a small one. We'll go ahead and put the big pasture in down here. And that'll be done for pastures for a while. No more. So no more animals. Deer, go in there. Another herdsman. That's not what I meant to do. Take you down to 1. Okay. This one is done. Alright, so our backup pasture. Let's get that in before it's forgotten about. So, skip 2 places. We're going to go the whole length, which is 30. That's off by 1. Oh, 15. 15 and 1 is 31. Okay. So, we want to put the shed... F? No, I guess it's R. R rotates. Okay. Up there at that corner. And we've been doing 15, so we'll go ahead and do that there as well. Okay. That one we'll just ignore. It's going to take a lot of logs. We've got a lot of logs here. Alright, this one is in. It is spring. This one is cotton. It is spring, right? It's late winter. Cotton. And of 1. We're out of labor. Make sure we're okay here. Alright, was replaced. Gatherer died, no labor is available. We are out of labor. Okay. So, let's take down some crop fields. We'll run the plantations, but we're going to take down some crops. Which ones? Broccoli, cucumbers, beans, cabbage. I think the answer is the ones furthest away from the houses. So rock melon goes down, cabbage goes down. These 3, these 3. So I want a couple more houses within this circle. So I guess we're in here. Get a few more farmers closer to these fields, closer to Let's see, there's no jobs here. That's just storage. Okay. So, a couple more houses in here. And when did we start this episode? I didn't set my timer. I'm sure we're way late. Yeah, I'm sure we are. Anyway, pick up. Pick up. Pick up. Cotton. 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 Oh, tulips. No, sorry, we're doing our experiment. We want to see what happens when they come out of here. Do they still count as food? I was going to say otherwise we don't really need them, but we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so these are done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He should be jumping into here. And we're good. Okay. So that number's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 6. That is correct. Still no laborers, and we're short a gatherer. Okay. Turn a builder off for starters. Where did that laborer just show up from? I don't know. I do want to replace the gatherer we lost. Again, we want to maintain our food that is even versus our food that is cyclical. We're going to have it coming in. We're going to have it coming in dependably. But we do need some more houses in here. We've got to get to thinking about the housing that's going to go near here and near these guys. We're ahead on stone now until we pop this tunnel, which we'll go ahead and pop. This guy's done. And that's what we have left to work on next time. I think we'll stop it right there. And I'm having fun, so I'm going to pause this, take a little break, and then record one more episode while I've got all this fresh in my mind. I don't think I've even touched the to-do list this time, other than moving the pigs down there. So maybe next time we'll start looking back through all of our industries and start tracking what is working, what isn't. We never did turn all these guys on, though we just don't have any laborers to use. And eventually we'll get it all working. So I'm going to call this one done. And I thank you much for watching. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe down there below the video. And we'll see you next time, folks. Thanks. Bye-bye.